beautiful friends, and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. This morning for breakfast I was making pancakes, so I was starting with a 1/4 cup of buckwheat flour as well as 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I mixed this all together and then added in 1 mashed banana followed by 1 flax egg, 1/4 cup of rice malt syrup and a splash of vanilla. I also added in a 1/4 cup of almond milk, but once I started mixing this I realized that the mixture was a bit dry, so I added in another 1/4 cup of almond milk and it made the mixture the absolute perfect consistency. Once that was all done, I got a pan and put it over the heat and added in some Nuttelex to grease. Nuttelex is an Australian-based vegan butter alternative, basically. Then I am cooking the pancakes, and as you can see, they are an amazing consistency. These are probably the best pancakes I've ever made from home. Super fluffy, super dense, super full of flavor. Can't complain. I put 4 of these onto a plate because the mixture made 4, and then served it with a fresh banana that I chopped up, as well as some chocolate sauce that I made from water, cocoa powder and rice malt syrup. I also added on top some granola which I made from home, and that was my breakfast. These pancakes were super delicious. As you can see, I am definitely craving them watching this back, and yeah, can't wait to make them again. That is for sure. Moving on to lunch, and I am starting with a can of black beans, which I am washing. Black beans are my favorite legume, if you guys couldn't tell already. I'm popping these into a pan with some olive oil and heating them, and also adding some salt for flavor and mixing them all together. Then I'm making like a, I don't know what you would call it, like a pico de gallo, sort of like fresh salsa mix with 1 fresh tomato which I chopped up, as well as 1 bunch of spring onion, which is my favorite. I swear I could just like eat spring onion straight, which is probably very bizarre. I also used some fresh corn off the cob, as well as a handful of spinach which I chopped up into really small pieces, and then yeah, I pop this all into a bowl together and mix it together, and it's like a really nice fresh mix to add to Mexican food or any food really. I had some of this with some mashed potato last night, so there you go. Then I'm putting 3 white corn tortillas into the oven to toast them, and once they are done I served them on a plate here. Sorry Lakin for the plate, I do apologize. And I'm using some of the fresh mix that I made, as well as some black beans on top, and because I'm super weird I also added barbecue sauce on top. Barbecue sauce goes with absolutely everything in my opinion, and yeah, these tacos were super nice, super fresh, and a great way to enjoy my lunch. Moving on to dinner, and I am starting with a pan over the heat with some olive oil in, and then I'm using just some stir-fried vegetables. I haven't used ones like these before, but Demi and Ollie recommended them, and honestly super easy, super cheap. I also added in some frozen peas and corn and basically just fried this up. Then I put in some thick rice noodles which I had left boiling on the side, mix that all together. Then I also added in some tamari, mixed that all together, and then of course added in some sesame seeds for some extra crunch. I love sesame seeds on basically all of my savory food. And yeah, I mixed this all together. This is a dinner that I haven't had very often, but I really enjoyed this. Like, really good way to get the veggies in, was super simple, super tasty, super easy to make, and yeah, as you can see I enjoyed this big bowl. It was super delicious. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day.